Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, we will be discussing low quality relationships. But before we get into our topic, subscribe to this channel. If you're not already a subscriber, hit that notifications button so you'll know whenever I upload a new video. Hit that like button because it really does help me out. Share this video if you enjoy this content, and feel free to drop me a comment. I would love to hear from you. And as usual, I appreciate your support of this channel. Now let's talk about these low quality relationships. When I say low quality, I mean relationships that are not serving you, relationships that are not adding any value to your life, relationships that are draining, relationships that you could pretty much do without. That's what I mean by low quality relationships. These are relationships that are not fostering any sort of growth in your life, or relationships that are not helping you in your life, relationships that are really useless at the end of the day. So in this video, I want you to, if you haven't already done it, begin to say no to low quality relationships because they're not helping you in your life. And I'm going to give you 3 reasons why. First and foremost, before I get into the reasons, I want you to know, if you don't already know it, and understand that God has for you out there, specifically for you, He has people that He has appointed for your life's journey to come into your life and to be a blessing specifically to you. So God has appointed people for your life, and He will place people strategically in your life at different points and at different seasons to be a blessing specifically to you and for you. That's right. God has people just to bless your life, because a lot of our blessings on earth in this lifetime will come through people. Sometimes when we pray and we ask God for things, we think, or some people think, I'm not going to say all of us, some people think that, God is going to answer the prayers and it's going to be like this miraculous event and things are going to automatically change through situations, and things are, they may drop out of the sky and it's going to be by some miracle or by some big event. But usually when we pray and ask God to help us or ask God for things, that blessing usually comes through people that you will gain favor with, people who will see a need in your life and help you out along your life's path and journey. So a lot of our blessings are going to come through people, the right people that God is going to place in your life at the right place and at the right time. God has those people for you, the people who are going to be a blessing. So before we get into those other folks, I want you to know that God has people specifically to bless your life, people just for you. And we do not want to get in the way of that blessing for our lives. So this is why it's important for us to understand the importance of eliminating low functional and low quality relationships, because they really do get in the way of our progress in life. So here are the 3 reasons why you need to say no to low functional, low quality relationships. And I'm not just talking about intimate relationships, marital relationships, romantic relationships. I'm talking about all relationships, friendships, family relationships, people that you are dating, marital relationships, any relationships that is not functional in any way. It can even be relationships that you have with your employer. That's right. I'm including the JOB in this one. So say no, because we do have a relationship with our employer and with our job. So say no to all low functioning, low quality relationships. So here are the 3 reasons. Number 1, say no to them because they are disruptive and undermining, right? So the low quality relationship and the person who is a part of that dynamic, the person who is not bringing value to your life, the person who is basically taking up space in your life, the person who you are entangled with, that is not really helping you to grow spiritually or helping you along in your life path and journey. They're basically these low functioning relationships. They come to disrupt the flow of your life. You see, the right people and the right relationships are going to bring a particular harmony to your existence. They are going to help with the flow of you getting what you need to get and you getting to your purpose and you doing the things that you need to do to be a productive person on this planet, right? So relationships are an essential key to that. And when you have the right people, they're going to bring a beautiful and harmonious flow to your life. But when you have the wrong people in your life, when you have people in your life that don't really truly mean you well, they're going to disrupt and disturb that flow. They're going to undermine the things that you're trying to do. So these sort of people who are low functioning, and therefore when you're with a low functioning person, they're going to bring a low quality relationship. If you're in relationship with them, they're going to disrupt the flow of your life, and they're going to bring drama. They're going to bring issues. They're going to bring problems, and they're going to bring plenty of distractions that you do not need in your life. And they're going to steer you away from the good things that God has in store for you. So number one, you have to say no to low quality relationships that are not taking you anywhere. And I want you to, take an inventory and to take a look at your life and determine the relationships that are not really useful to you, right? So if it's a relationship where it's sort of like binding, like family relationships, or even if you're married, you're now in a marital relationship, and there are marriages that are hard to get out of. And I'm not necessarily advocating that you leave or advocating for divorce. That is up to you. But if it's a low functioning relationship, you really need to figure out, how am I going to deal with this and, be more productive in my life? And B, if it's a relationship that you can kind of like easily get out of and away from, I would suggest that you do that, because at the end of the day, is going to stop you from being all that you can be in your life and doing the things that, God has put you on this earth to do. So just know that all low quality and low functional relationships are disruptive. So if you want your life to be disturbed, and they're coming for your peace. That's right. They're going to come for your peace. These people, they will come for your peace. If you want a life that is disturbed, where you don't have any peace, when you can't get any rest, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Yes, stay in that low functioning and low quality relationships. And that's why you need to say no to them and to gather up the strength and the courage to leave if you can. The number two reasons why you need to say no to low quality relationships is because they are exhausting and frustrating. These sorts of relationships will tire you out. Low functioning people, they are very dramatic, and they bring a lot of stress with them. And they are also parasitical. They take a lot from you in many ways, right? They are exhausting because they're not adding anything to you or to your life. You want to be in relationships with people where there's a mutual give and take, where you're getting something out of it in some way, right? Where if you're being challenged, and I'm not against being challenged in relationships, and challenges are sometimes good, but these are people who are encouraging you and challenging you to be better. They're not tearing you down. They're not ripping you apart. They're not nitpicking. They're not criticizing you. They're not stressing you out. So dealing with low functional people, when you're in a low quality relationship, a relationship that's not helping you or useful, yeah, you're going to be doing all of the work, all of the emotional heavy lifting. You're going to be doing everything, because a lot of times in these low quality relationships, the person that you're dealing with is lazy. They're going to dump all that stuff on you. So they tire you out, you know, or you're dealing with a person who, you know, all they do is dump on you, you know. Every time you talk to them, you know, it's all about them and it's all about their problems. And they just use you as a sounding board, and they're continually dumping on you. Or there's always a problem with them or something going on. And if you're a people pleaser, and if you're an empath, and you're a sensitive person, and if you're the one who's always the listening ear, yeah, it's going to literally drain the life out of you. So just know that low quality and low functional relationships are absolutely, positively exhausting. They come to take, they don't come to bring anything to you. And that's why you got to stay away from low quality relationships. Finally, number 3, they are a waste of your time. Like I said earlier in the video, I said, and I know for sure, that God has people designated specifically for your life to bless you and to steer you and to guide you to your purpose and to help you to get to where you need to be. God has those people waiting in the wings, and he has dispatched them at different points and at different seasons, at different times in your life. But if you have that low functioning person and you're stuck in that low quality relationship where that person is not helping you, where that person is really serving no purpose, where that person is a detractor and they're derailing you from your goals and your dreams and the things that you should actually be focused on, they are wasting your time and they are taking up space from the people who should be in your life at the appointed time that God has for these people who are coming, who are going to be blessings. So if you are clouding up, and if you are stacking your schedule and inviting people into your life who should not be there, then that means that the people who should be there will not have the opportunity to come in and take you to where you need to go. So when you're in these low quality relationships and with these low functioning people, they are wasting your time and they are taking up space for the people you should actually be dealing with. This is actually pretty serious, because we only have but so much time on this earth. We're at limited time here. And, you know, unfortunately, there are younger people out here who think that they have so much time. You don't have to be old and you don't have to be sick to die. You know, so we don't know how much time we have remaining. So the time that we have left and today and in the present is precious. And we cannot waste it on people who do not have our best interest. We cannot waste it on people who are dragging us down. We cannot waste it on people who do not care about us. We cannot waste it on people who are taking us nowhere. We cannot waste it on people who are just draining us and taking the best of us, where we can't be put in a position by God to be fully enmeshed in our talents and to be able to fully serve as we should be serving on earth and being the blessing that God has called us to be, because we have people in our midst and in our way who are actually blocking our blessings. So when you have these people who are wasting your time in your life, who are just there, they are blocking your blessings. So those are the things that I wanted to share with you, and why you need to say no to low quality relationships, because they are disruptive, they are exhausting, and they are wasting your time. And God has so much more and so much better for your life. So as I close this video, what I want you to do is to take a look at your life. take a close look at your relationships. And it doesn't have to necessarily be with people. It could be a job that has run its course, right? And you need to make a change, right? I want you to take a look at all your relationships, even your family relationships, because in that instance, you may not be able to go full no contact, but you can go minimal contact with them, especially if these people are causing an issue and problems in your life and they're bringing you down. So figure out ways to minimize your contact with them, or how to strategically deal with them. And that's a whole nother video for a different time. But I want you to take a look at these relationships and determine which ones are actually low quality. And then determine which relationships are actually bringing you the most joy, that are actually fulfilling to your life. And I want you to put all of your energy right there. And for those people, those low functioning people that you have to deal with, because there are people like that we have to deal with, I want you to take all of your focus away from them, because they're really dramatic and they want your time, your energy, and your resources. I want you to pull your focus off of them and put your focus into the people that actually count and matter, and the people who are actually making a difference in your life. And God will bring more people like that. God will add more, especially as you get more connected and more focused on your spiritual life. You're going to get to where you need to be going. But you have to make sure you have the right relationships to take you there. So that's what I wanted to share with you in this video. Take care. God bless. And I will see you in the next one.